It is Wednesday, March 17th, 2021. We have a lot of things going on. I want to begin by giving my just my thoughts and my condolences to the horrific shooting in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll try and talk about it later on in the show, but really disturbing story, and this kind of violence just continues to happen. But just my thoughts and my prayers. That said, I want to start the show off with a story you may have heard about in the news, and let's bring them on. They are two mothers that have been affected by police violence. One being Ms. Lisa Simpson. She lost her son by the LAPD. How are you, Ms. Simpson?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. And we also have the mother of Samara Rice. How are you?
I'm fine. It's Samaria. Thank you very much.
Forgive me. Samaria, forgive me.
That's okay. Yes.
Thank y'all for being here. You released a statement earlier today about Black Lives Matter, about Tamika Mallory, and it's been a big viral story. So I appreciate you coming on here and just lending your voice to our audience. Ms. Rice, let me start with you.
Okay.
What is it that you want people to know about what you're feeling right now in this moment?
Well, I'm very overwhelmed, and I'm aggravated and I'm frustrated. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the feeling that I'm having right now. Because I went to bed and I woke up and I seen the young lady Tamika Mallory on the Grammys, and it just irritated my soul so bad I had to say something.
You know, for folks who haven't heard it, let's play the brief clip of Tamika Mallory on the Grammys during a performance of, I believe it was the rapper Lil Baby. It's very short. Let's just play it so folks have some context. We can play that clip.
It's a state of emergency. It's been a hell of a year. Hell for over 400 years. My people, it's time we stand. It's time we demand the freedom that this land promises. President Biden, we demand justice, equity, policy, and everything else that freedom encompasses. And to accomplish this, we don't need allies. We need accomplices. It's bigger than black and white. This is not a trend. This is our plight. Until freedom. Until freedom.
So, Ms. Rice, you were saying in one of your posts that, and I'm paraphrasing here, that you felt like there was some clout chasing going on. And some people are interpreting it as, well, she took that as a moment to call out President Joe Biden. But what, as somebody who has been in this movement, have been personally affected, explain why you felt like it was clout chasing.
Well, it is clout chasing. I don't feel that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Anytime you have activists, people, we don't even know where these people come from, that's be speaking on behalf of our children. We never asked them to represent us. And then you rep the benefits with movie deals and book deals. And you develop a platform off our children, off our dead children. Absolutely. So we're going to call it what it is. They avalanche chasing Benjamin Crump, Lee Merritt, up and down the United States. We are tired. Okay, we're tired. I'm still building a center for my son. And Black Lives Matter got the nerve to say they got $90 million after 6 months or something. Whatever the case, whatever the wording, I don't have to get it right. I know the facts. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm building and still fighting for justice for my son, because we still got a 10 months left to get perjury charges on Timothy Loman on a state level in Cleveland, Ohio. Those type of people, Shine Kings, Tamika Mallory, Patrice Cullors, y'all make it very hard for us to fight our fight. The families need to be always on the front line, and they need to step up and start saying their kids' name and start coming together as one. So that's the problem that I have, because they make my job hard. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. And I'm sure everybody around the world is tired too. They ain't taking care of the community. You got families that's homeless. Can't even bury their kids. But you living in good. You living real good off our kids, our baby's blood, loved ones. So I have every right to be angry and mad. It's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. Sean King want to attack me, but why are you attacking me? You know what time it is. You know what you be doing. So I don't understand why I'm the bad guy. But I can't be the bad guy because I ain't the only one to feel like this. So I ain't the only one to feel like this. So I must be doing and saying something right. You know?
Miss Simpson, what was your reaction to the Tamika Mallory's speech at the Grammys?
I'm tired of the shucking and jiving in my fight. This ain't a party to me. We dying on the streets every day, and she want to be up there shaking it fast and watching herself. Not on my watch, not in my fight.
Let me ask y'all, because I think it's important to know what the best thing is from y'all perspective. What is the line as far as from your perspective of activism and clout chasing? What would you like to see as a better way to be an activist versus as y'all are saying it, clout chasing? We can start with you, Ms. Rice.
Thank you. Yes, because someone just asked me that question, so let me clear it up. When you're benefiting off the backs of our baby's blood, and you getting a movie deal or a book deal or any type of platform that you have created because you out there saying our child's name, exploiting our family and things like that, that's what I mean by clout chasing. It's more than one Breonna Taylor. It's more than one Tamir Rice. It's more than one George Floyd. It's a whole bunch of us out here, and they need the support and love and everything too. So that's what I mean, clout chasing. These high profile cases, I never asked to be a high profile case. Let's keep that in mind. They said my son's name, thank you. But I mean, what you want me to do? I can speak for my son. I speak for myself and I speak for Tamir. I don't need you to speak for me. I'm the one should be getting the movie deal and the book deals and stuff like that. Although I have had some offers, but I'm not impressed. I mean, I don't need none of that. I don't, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to serve the community. You know what I'm saying? So book deals and movie deals, that doesn't mean anything. Yes, nice. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean nothing to me. It may mean something to y'all, but it don't mean nothing to me because I done lost. I done lost everything I got. So I'm gonna continue to try to fight for justice for my son. Get my center built. We raising money every day. I'm in need of money to build my center. So that's what I mean by clout chasing in so many words.
And this center that you're building, it's so phenomenal because it's going to be rooted right in the community. I was reading about it, and it's the TamirRiceFoundation.org, correct?
It's the Tamir Rice Afrocentric Cultural Center. The Tamir Rice Foundation supports. That's one of the entities that is support on top of many other things that we do collaborations, and we support things in the community around the country in partnership with people so it's called the Tamir Rice Afrocentric Cultural Center, located in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, just some really great work. Ms. Simpson, the same question to you, as far as the line of, what can an activist do to do the actual work but not be perceived as clout chasing?
Get behind us, families, and stop trying to be in the forefront. Stop trying to be the narrative of our situations. Stop trying to be the people's champ, because you're not. Because we ain't getting no victories out here. Nobody haven't got justice. All this corporation want to give us is monetary benefits, and monetary benefits don't get us justice. So these activists, these movements, these networks, and these orgs, this our fight. If they want to stand down with us, get behind us. We tired of them being up in the front, messing up our fight, because they have clearly messed this fight up and got people thinking that our fight is all about money, but it ain't about money. They can give me back richer. I'll shut up right now, but they can't give me my son back. So I'm not going to shut up. And I'm going to bring awareness to all walks of life about how these entities come into our life and get paid off the death of our kids and then just leave us at the funeral.
Ms. Rice, you said Benjamin Crump, Attorney Crump, who was once your lawyer, you called him an ambulance chaser. What about your working relationship with him that folks may not know led you to feel like he's an ambulance chaser?
Well, I mean, that's what he is. But in my case, since Tamir was so global, I met Benjamin Crump, and I thought that he had everything under control. In during the time that we were working together, things just wasn't feeling right. Things wasn't adding up right. I didn't have a lot of my paperwork that I was looking for and that I was entitled to. So I ended up firing Benjamin Crump about 6 to 8 months into our case. It was questionable if he knew any of Ohio laws, and that threw a red flag. Also, some of the behavior that he displayed, I just didn't like it. So I decided to fire him and get with my third set of attorneys.
And Ms. Rice, you also address Sean King, and I have to ask you this. Sean King has been accused of mishandling fundraisers, and he's denied that, and I've had him on my show before. Did he in any way mishandle funds for your family?
Well, yeah. Well, in the beginning of this, when I was trying to open up a bank account for Tamir, my lawyer called me. Now, this had to happen in 2014. No, actually, this happened right a couple weeks after Tamir's death. Somewhere around in a couple months, couple weeks, whatever. He called me and said, somebody got a $60,000 check for you. I said, well, who is it? He said, some guy named Sean King. I said, okay, well, all right, well, get the check and, what we gonna do with it? At that time, I had problems opening up the business account, so the attorney put it in the estate of Tamir Rice. Okay, and an article came out that the attorneys, my first set of attorneys, I got rid of them because they were trying to charge me 40% of everything that I had in the case. So I got rid of them because of that. And they got paid from that money that Sean King donated or gave to us. It was in Tamir's estate, and I had to split some of it with my kid's father. So I know he probably raised more than that. And Sean King, I'm gonna need the rest of my money that you raised on behalf of my son, because I didn't ask you to do it. That's what I'm talking about. People, you see what I'm saying, sir? I'm sorry. What's your name? I'm sorry,
Clay King. That's all right.
Is your name?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I can't make. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I can't make this up. This is what happened. This is what happened. I didn't know this man from nothing, but he raised some money and he sent me a $60,000 check. Of course I took it. I ain't know no better. Of course I took it. Me and my kids I was homeless, struggling after the death of my son. Yeah, I took it. I ain't really had no choice. So I can't make this up. So I'm gonna need the rest of my money. And I think I had heard that he had raised $100,000, but that's what I heard. I don't have proof of it, but I can tell you he sent me a $60,000 check when I didn't even know who this man was.
And you're saying it was much more than that?
I'm sure it was. I was told that it was 100,000, but I don't have the proof.
Miss Simpson, folks may not be aware of your son's story. I think it's really important. Your son was shot by LAPD officers in July of 2016. Please tell us a bit about your son and his story.
The court chat, I'm still out here fighting. I had to make the most horrible decision a couple of days ago about my son's case. I've been fighting this fight for 5 years, and I'm still here fighting with my boots on the ground. I'm supposed to go to court May the 11th. But with this COVID and this pandemic, I don't know if I'm going or not. But that ain't going to stop me, though.
Thank you for sharing that. Ms. Rice, let me ask you this. It's a strange thing because I can't even imagine the kind of trauma, right, that you and your family and so many families have went through. And is it a good thing when your son's name is constantly brought up? Is it, it's a weird balance. I see people on award shows or, on social media bringing up your son. And I'm just wondering, how can folks respectfully do that To
Well,
mention your son. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, well, I don't think it's nothing wrong with folks saying their names, period. But when you're ripping the benefits of it, that's a problem, you know. And that's what I can't understand. I mean, we all know how the organizational nonprofit world goes. So, and if we don't know, I don't have time to give you a one-on-one class. So whoever is in nonprofit organization, they know what I'm talking about. They know how that money is funneled. They know this, they know that, they know the game. So they getting paid off our children. And these people thinking that they're actually helping us. You know, when they out there saying Tamir Rice, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, they really think they helping us. I talked to Breonna Taylor mother a couple weeks ago. She said she don't even like Black Lives Matter. I asked her about Tamika. She didn't really have too much to say. Again, they get with these families, they cuff them, they brainwash them, and then can't none of the families get to the families. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get to Breonna Taylor mother and Amanda Berry for years. When this first happened, nobody put me in contact with them because they knew that I was going to give them the game. That's what happened. So you see how God works. So that's not my fault. I've been asking. I mean, as Tamir mom, I know that people listen to me. I know I got a platform. So when the mother of Tamir Rice asks to speak with you, you think you might want to speak with me, but I don't know if they ever got the message because they would, you get blocked. I couldn't get to them. So finally, one day, a couple weeks ago, I just reached out. I reached out to them on Facebook on Messenger, and I had brief conversations with both of the women, and just let them know we here for you. Whatever you need for us mothers, we here for you. We want to see you, want to check in with you. And I don't know if they quite understand what's going on because you do be in the fog for a while. You be in the fog, but I need for these moms to speak up. Why are you letting this lady keep speaking on your child? And don't you know it's other Breonna Taylors out here too? So that's the thing that keeps the division. It keeps dividing us, and I'm tired of it. They did that to me too. You don't think I get picked on because I'm Tamir Rice's mother? They pick on me, but I try not to let that bother me because I'm still out here working for the people. My work shows what I'm doing. I don't have to prove nothing. I'm not on a high horse. I don't need to be. I done lost everything I got. My life has been destroyed because of what happened to my family. You better bet your bottom dollars on that. So at this point, I just want them to get out our fight. I want them to make sure they give us our money, our checks, take care of the community. And if they're going to be a part of this community, make sure they put programs in the community and make sure they uplift the community like correct. Don't be getting movie and book deals off our sons and our loved ones' blood. That don't make no sense. It don't feel good. It don't make no sense. So that goes for whoever listening around the world, around the country. That's not right. So until you be in this situation and feel the pain that I feel, you will understand what I'm saying, because you'll be sitting back looking like, what is they doing? They messing our fight up. You think the white man ain't looking and you think he like, oh no, we can't take them serious. Look at them, they dancing in the street, they parading in the street. That's why we can't get no justice, because we ain't mad enough. We too busy smiling and laughing. What we doing, babe? What we doing? Shucking and jiving?
Yeah.
I got a damn son. Damn your Grammys, your Oscars. I don't give a damn what you got going on. Timothy Loman needs an indictment on a federal level, if you ask me. But since they quietly closed my case, didn't even get in contact with me. I don't even know how my case was closed during the pandemic. I need to talk to the Biden administration. They need to have a conversation with me. And if they're not going to have a conversation with me, I need to speak to Mike O'Malley, the prosecutor in Cuyahoga County, because my case was messed all the way up. My son was shot less than a second. Okay. And they had no business having that police even on the force. He was unfit to be a police officer, and they already knew that.
Yeah, didn't he lie on his application? Didn't he lie on his application?
He lied on his application. The chief, when he was working at Independence, said that he was incapable of being trained to be a police officer before he came to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I'm in pain. I'm in hurt. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. You know, so, you know, those Melina Abdullahs, the Patrice Cullors, I need y'all to make this right. Sean King, I need y'all to make this right. Tamika Mallory, I need y'all to make it right. Because I'm one mother that you not gonna play with, and they already know. And this ain't got nothing to do with nobody but me. I woke up and I seen it. Somebody sent it to me. I said, oh no, this gotta stop. This gotta stop. And I did what I did. I said what I said. Could I have said it in a different way? Yes, I could have. Yes, I could have. But at the time, hey, it got me angry to see it. And here we go once again. You know, maybe you should have had some mothers on the stage with you, Tamika, and some families. Maybe it wouldn't have looked too obvious. And this ain't got nothing to do with little baby. Although, I had heard some stuff about your little baby. I heard that you used that mirror in Atlanta, Georgia, and you didn't get that artist's name, Sheila Paris. But I ain't gonna hold it against you. But this ain't got nothing to do with little baby. I like little baby. This ain't got nothing to do with him. So I wish people stop connecting him and everything. To me, he ain't got nothing to do with this. My direct message was for Tamika Mallory, the activists, Sean Kings, and the Black Lives Matter Patrice Cullors of the world. There you go.
Ms. Simpson, and I'd love for you to address this too, Ms. Rice, from a policy perspective, like what can be done from a policy perspective that would be some kind of bit of justice, right? You were talking about Biden, Ms. Rice. You know, what can be done from a policy perspective? What should we be asking for, demanding for, to get justice for these people that don't have justice?
Well, they need to open up. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
From a policy standpoint, they need to revise the Defense of Life doctrine. That's in the Constitution. It's execution without trial, police homicide. And in the abstract, it says that they can kill us in a cruel and unusual fashion without no due process. And it only applies to Blacks. And I got a problem with that. That's why we dying out here, because they have statutes that's governed that they can kill us and they get away with it.
We're having a slight audio issue. Can y'all stay on while we go to break and fix the audio issue? Is that okay? Okay, yeah, that's okay. Fine. Okay, yeah. We're gonna fix our audio issue. We're gonna head to a break and we'll come right back.